Ladies and gentlemen, the CEO of NCSY Canada and Torah High, please welcome my dear friend, Rabbi Glenn Black.
Thank you all for being here tonight. Impact. How is it measured? Can spending one Shabbos with hundreds of other peers have a lasting impact? Can taking a weekly Torah High class predict later Jewish engagement? And what about the effect of going to Israel? Does touring Israel for 4 weeks really change the teens' understandings of themselves as Jews? And will that experience alter later decisions of who to marry and how to live their lives? We know it does. We are devastated watching beautiful Jewish boys and girls disappear from our people simply because they did not hear about NCSY or Torah High. How sad it is when we get the calls from parents who suddenly wake up when their children, sons or daughters, are 29 or 30 years old and engaged to someone outside the faith. What do I do now, they ask. We cannot sit idly by why so many young Jews simply vanish when they could have had a Jewish future, when they could have easily have made Jewish choices. We have seen the infinite value of one program, of doing one mitzvah. We see it time and time again. The power of one conversation, the reciting of one bracha, the singing of one Jewish song on Shabbos, or having one Jewish friend or mentor. Ensuring that millions of meaningful moments happen on a daily basis to impact the lives of thousands of Jewish children is the investment we together are making. A few weeks ago, I received a phone call from a father. He wanted to find out more about what NCSY could do for his daughter. I asked him specifically what he meant. He answered that he wanted her to know more about her culture. You know, the food. I said, the food? Like gefilte fish and matzo ball soup? He said, yeah, that's what I want her to know. We live in Aurora. There are no Jews where we live. And I want my daughter to have Jewish exposure. Then he proceeded to tell me a story. One sadly we hear too often. I'm Anglican, he said. I married a Jewish woman. My wife only found out that she was Jewish when she was 20 years old. Her mother, a Holocaust survivor, finally told her. You see, his mother-in-law ran away from Germany, eventually resettled in Canada after the war. She married an Anglican man herself and kept her identity a secret. Only when their daughter was an adult did they break the news to her. And now her daughter did as her mother did before her. She married an Anglican. The man speaking to me on the phone. Now their daughter is 17 years old, and he wants her to connect with her Jewish side. He then paused on the phone, and he said, you must realize, Rabbi, the collateral damage that is still happening to your people to this very day as a result of the Holocaust. I was completely stunned. What happened to your mother-in-law and her generation is unspeakable and so tragic, and we could do nothing for them, I said. But NCSY is here for your daughter and in this generation to help Jewish girls like her. And we will do everything we can for her. And I'm pleased to report to you today that this young lady signed up for a weekly class in Torah High where she travels 20 minutes north of her house to the Lubavitch campus every single week to learn and to engage with Torah and Judaism. And last month, she attended a Shabbaton in Niagara Falls with over 200 teens her age, where she lit Shabbos candles for the very first time in generations. This is but one example of the power of making a difference in the life of one Jewish soul, a soul that has now come home to her people. Her book is now open to her, and the chapters still need to be written. But because of NCSY, because of what we do, she has a Jewish future. NCSY gave her what her grandmother and her mother never had before: Jewish pride in who she is. And now there is a beginning, there is a chance for this young lady. Baruch Hashem, today in Toronto, NCSY reaches and impacts more than 1,700 teenagers annually. That's about 20%, 1 in 5 Jewish kids in the city, which is a tremendous amount, but it's also a drop in the bucket. There's so much more we can do. In the next few months, you will hear about a very robust plan to reach out to more teenagers than ever before in our history. If we don't initiate an aggressive campaign now, we may lose a very important window of time to make a real, meaningful impact. We could only do this with your help and with your support. In your bags that you have before you, you will find a catalog of programs. These are life-changing programs. Find one that speaks to you, then speak to me, or Sonia Budd, or anyone else on our team, and together we will change lives. And finally, inspired by the clip you watched just a few moments ago, we have provided you with 2 Shabbos candles in a nice packet. They are not for your personal use. If you can share these candles with someone you know who can use a little Jewish light, kol hakavod, thank you so much. If not, place them somewhere prominently in your home for everyone to see as a symbol of the potential of all of us to make a difference in the life of another. So friends, we do what we do in NCSY because it works, and we are making a significant difference. We do it because these are our brothers and our sisters, and what would you not do for a member of your own mishpacha, your own family? We do it because we received a gift that we are compelled to share with so many that have yet to be exposed and touched by the beauty of Torah and Judaism. And we do it because NCSY, what NCSY does for kids, it does for the continuity and the future of the Jewish people. So we thank you for being here tonight. And we recognize that as we enter the Hanukkah season, let us not treat the future lightly. If we would only remember the infinite miracles it took to bring us to this point in Jewish history, we would be willing to do so much more to ensure our continued survival as a people. Thank you so much, and thank you, and God bless.
Thank you, Rabbi Glenn Black. Thank you on behalf of all of the Jews of Toronto and all of the Jewish people. Keep up the wonderful work.